Complex systems more complicated than a university textbook, endless DLCs and updates that keep changing the game every single time, or maybe it's the ungodly awful UI that you have to fight against just to play the damn game. Look, strategy games can be a complicated bunch, and I've played many of them, but there is one I can never truly get into. Hello there, strategy gamers, and welcome to my humble channel where I talk all things strategy games. Today, I'd like to talk about something a little different and not quite about a specific game. This is more like a discussion. Let's have a discussion, a talk with you, dear viewer, because I know you, just like myself, would have had a game or two that has perplexed you, that has confused you and frustrated you despite wanting to try to get good at it. For instance, I know for a fact that Against the Storm, a game I have praised the sun for, there are some people who just can't get into it. It's not that complex of a game, the number of resources can get a bit much, but in terms of systems, it's not too difficult to understand. Let's have a chat in the comments about this. Tell me what strategy games you just can't get into and why. Despite me spending years of my lifetime playing strategy games, there's one that has continued to befuddle me: Hearts of Iron 4, and perhaps much of the Hearts of Iron series. It's my strategy game kryptonite. Yeah, I've actually put in the hours, and this is a lot of time, maybe in other games, but in a Paradox Grand Strategy game, this is like skimming the surface, and I have skimmed the surface time and time again with this game. I think the longest I played a game was when I got to the Spanish Civil War. Yeah, the Spanish Civil War, not even World War II yet. And I won the game, at least I won the Spanish Civil War as Republican Spain. So I go through a guide or two, but this very quickly comes to a halt when the game takes a backseat, when life gets busy. And then I come back again and oh, look at this, there's a new DLC, I need to get this. Whoa, new mechanic. Oh, a new mechanics rework, and on it went till what I knew of the game was no longer relevant. I've experienced this before, of course. Stellaris is a vastly different game today than it was at launch, and I loved that game and stuck to it. So it didn't really have the same effect as Hoi 4. Heck, I even made some Stellaris guides which are outdated today. Strategy games have this happen more often than any other genre. How many times have you purchased a game, someone tells you there's nothing quite like it, only to be left scratching your head trying to figure it all out? One thing strategy games need are better tutorials. For more complex grand strategy games, tutorials can be the life or death of that game, whether a gamer continues to play it or shelves it for eternity. But I'm not sure how many gamers actually play tutorials as the first thing they do in a game. I mean, tell me in the comments, do you play tutorials first before playing the campaign of a game, or do you just dive head in first into the game? Of course, tutorials are flawed in the sense that after countless updates and DLCs, they do become outdated and broken even. Yes, the Paradox Grand Strategy games have this problem where onboarding new players basically becomes the responsibility of the community. You search for guides on YouTube and such. Look, recent data about the video game market suggests that a vast majority of gamers are playing older games rather than the latest ones, which mean a big, well-received game will continue receiving new players even much later in its life cycle, which makes tutorials and onboarding new players an important thing, not just at launch. But I do applaud Paradox for at least changing the way they update the information in-game and in their wiki now. Like, I believe this all started with CK3 Crusader Kings 3, but it's still not quite the guide or tutorial new players need. I do think though companies like Paradox and other developers in the strategy space need to be more involved with this. Maybe invite a YouTuber to make a guide video, maybe at points in the game's life cycle where it makes sense to revisit things, not just at the launch of the game. I know Paradox has done this, but I said they need to do it not just at the launch. So when a new player purchases the game, they get shown the latest video guide that's relevant with all the updates and patches the game has got at that point in time. Anyway, tell me in the comments, do you share the same frustrations as I do, especially when it comes to these Paradox brand strategy games? And what strategy games you've wanted to play but you just can't get into it? Share with us what stopped you from playing that game and enjoying it, or if there was any frustration. And maybe if you know a good Hoi 4 guide, yeah, please do give me some tips and share with me below in the comments. Maybe I'll check out these games and make new videos on them. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel. This is not my usual kind of video, but I just wanted to start this discussion about these type of games. Speaking of games that maybe a lot of people like, but still maybe one or two of you aren't into, check out my video on Against the Storm. That's a game I really love, but maybe you might not. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.